Welcome back again, everybody. How are you doing today? Don't answer. I can't hear you. Let's jump straight back in to continue our Satisfactory Overexplained Let's Play here on the channel. What did we do last time? We did a lot of quite exciting stuff. We set up some blueprints. We got our Caterium mine set up, finally. That was good. And then we set up some production for steel? No, it wasn't steel. We already had steel. What am I on about? It was versatile frameworks. So, as ever, I did do a small amount of work between episodes. Look at these nice windows I tried out. They look cool, don't they? These windows are the steel windows that you get in the shop. They count as a kind of wall. They become unlocked once you get steel, essentially. They just look a bit nicer than these ones that always have a bit of the coloured wall showing as well. But yeah, they're looking pretty sweet, aren't they? It's a bit of a shame about the weird stuff like the smoke not being hidden behind the glass properly, but anyway, we'll gloss over that. So what have I done between the episodes? We talked a little bit about doing some fixes to the blueprints that we'd made. Like I had too many legs, I wanted to do the power wires nicely on it and stuff like that, so I did that. Oh, and this guy's still here. I forgot, I also built, this is an assembler manifold sort of setup. So we just have a quick look from here. He's a bit bigger than the others. The others were 1 by 2, and this guy's actually 2 by 3, so he's quite a big one. But hopefully we've done it in such a way that I could sort of place, construct a sort of this side on these two squares, and a constructor on this sort of side potentially, and feed them in. I'm looking now. Maybe these don't match up properly for that. Oh, that's another potentially off-stream thing to do. We'll see how we get on. But hopefully now we've got a nice few sort of blueprints set up that we can use to carry on making factories a bit quicker, which is going to be very helpful. So let's have a look at my little notes. What else did I do? I made a load of reanimated Sam, if that's what it's called, because I got all excited thinking, I don't even know if I brought it up here yet. Did I bring it up here? No, I don't think I did. I set up, maybe we'll see if we go back down there later on. I set up a little station for me to craft the top level of Sam item, but the only thing was, have I got some here? Yeah, I think if we look at the MAM real quick, because I was hoping to unlock, what was I hoping to unlock with it? This side. So we can do this one. We might as well do that right now, since I've got the materials on me. Alien energy harnessing. And that gives us access to these two. But for these, we need plastic-based products. So this one needs circuit boards. If we look here, you need plastic to make those. And same for computer. So they're sort of the next tier. I think that's once we get to the next phase that we get access to that stuff. So we're not going to be able to do these ones yet, which is a shame because they are really kind of handy, but we're gonna have to just wait unless I come across some circuit boards while exploring. I think we might have a few in this box, but it's not 50. Do we have any? Oh, actually, it looks like I've got none. Sad times indeed. I did tidy up these boxes, actually. I've just remembered, I didn't put that in my notes, but I sort of reorganized this, put these two buildings, the MAM and the workshop, in a slightly nicer to access position. What else have I got? Made another 4 power stations, so I did expand our power grid. It's double what it was before now. So you can see our grey line, our capacity is like way up compared to everything else now. Got quite a lot of movement here on this. I might have to do some research, investigation during this episode to try and figure out what the heck that's actually about, because that's not cool. But our max consumption is nice and way below. You know, we're only using just over half of what we're producing from coal alone, and we've got all the biofuel as backup still, so that's grand. So what else shall we do? I don't think there was any other bits I wanted to catch you guys up on, but let's have a quick look at the machine, or what the hub machine, and we'll have a look at what we're going to do today. So I'm thinking we'll get Logistics Mark 3 unlocked straight away. That gives us access to Industrial Storage Container. One of my favourites, that guy is. I'm a bit sad, actually, because I'm not sure how he's going to fit into some of the factories we've already made. But he's a great container just because he's got 2 inputs, 2 outputs. It's kind of useful for just feeding stuff in real quick. The outputs are a bit funny, actually. I noticed that the other day on a separate save game, and maybe we'll look at that if we'll do a little demonstration about how they work. But I had some interesting things where it wasn't behaving how I thought it would. But we get faster conveyor belts, 270 resources per minute. We had something that needed that, didn't we? I'll have to have a think about that. I'm sure we had something that we could take advantage of the 240. Oh, maybe it's the pure nodes I'm thinking about. We can finally use all of the resources from our pure nodes. But I'm confusing that again with the fact that we haven't got Mark II miners yet, which are in advanced steel production. Because what this guy does is he doubles the rate of extraction of a resource node. So that's really cool. But yeah, so we got a conveyor belt upgrade, conveyor lift upgrade, and stackable pipeline spools. Quite nice, so we can transport liquids more tidily over a long distance. So let's select this one because we're definitely going to do that. And we'll just have a quick look. I think we'll then concentrate on doing advanced steel for this episode. Because that gives us access to Miner Mark II, encased industrial beams, stators and motors. And these are both ingredients that I think feed into this. I can't remember what the motors does. Maybe it does. So we need to bring a bunch of stuff together to make some automated wiring. So that's going to be quite interesting. And that's what we'll probably try and set up today. I think we'll get some encased industrial beams started first, and then we'll move on to try and get this automated wiring set up by the end. We can look at some of this stuff later. I think advanced power infrastructure is quite good. You get these big power tower platforms. This just makes your power grid a bit tidier because you don't have to have those little tiny power lines everywhere. You can just have a nice big power line traveling a huge distance and then break that off into a separate grid. And then hypertubes is really cool. So hopefully we'll be able to get these two, and maybe next time, and then we can set up a little hypertube network and have a look at that, because that's quite fun. It makes getting around so much more enjoyable, and yeah, not as tedious. But cool. Okay, so we've got Logistics Mark III set up. Why don't we go and grab some stuff for it? So hopefully I've got plenty of iron plates these days. Oh, we do. 400 needed though. That is not a small amount. Inventory management is becoming a right pain. I think we'll yoink the steel pipes and beams just straight out of our dimensional storage for now, just so we can plop them in straight away. Well, there we go. We already unlocked Mark III logistics. That did not take very long at all. Kaboom. Off he goes. So our versatile frames are still ticking away. I'm just looking at the top. There we've got 304 of 1,000, so that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Now we just got to wait a minute for this guy to come back before we can do the next one. I think we can select it. Can we select it? Am I allowed to do this yet? No. We're not allowed to put any items in just yet. So we'll wait a sec for that. Maybe we'll go down the bottom, we'll have a look and try and figure out where we're going to do our encased industrial beams, because I know the ingredients we need for that, because I've done this before. It's a little bit cheaty. Oops, we messed that up. But essentially, you need to mix some steel beams with some concrete. So since we're making steel beams all the way down here, maybe we'll just go and have a quick look at what we've got. Oh, so here's our new power station. So as you can see, I literally just doubled up what we had before. Was very straightforward to set up. And if we drop down here, we can see, so what I had to do though, is when I've done this in the past, I've been lucky enough that my coal power plants were pure nodes. But these are just normal nodes, so I had to overclock them 200%. So they're taking a good chunk more power, but they're essentially paying for themselves, right? Like, the amount of extra power we're getting from making them doesn't matter about the extra 20 megawatts or whatever each they're using. So let's have a look down here. What we got down here? So, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show just real quick. This was the little area I've set up where I can just drop off ingredients for creating the SAM stuff and bringing it back. So let's think about our production at the moment. So for making our encased industrial beams, we need to use steel beams. How many am I making at the moment? 11.25. I'm just going to make a note of this. So we got that twice. So it's 22.5 beams a minute. Just so I can remember. And then we're using some in the versatile frameworks. So, and the belt's actually moving quite quickly. So let's go and see how much that's actually using, because I can't remember, to be honest. I think it was only a low amount, right? Like, I honestly can't remember. They look like they're stuck here. Let's have a look. How many are you using, sir? Right, so we've put him down to 60 a minute. He's making 3 per minute. He's using nearly all of our steel beams. Okay, so we're only very slightly adding to our own storage at the moment, so that's okay. So we're going to need to increase steel production, but that's fine. We're about to get the Mark II, excuse me, the Mark II miner. So that's going to just allow us to easily double the production of nodes. We can then also overclock, right? So we're going to be able to get loads of stuff out of the nodes if we want. So that's good. We can probably upgrade these, get a bit more coal, do the same for the iron, get a bit more iron, and then we can just, like, what I'm probably going to do is just essentially double what we've already got. And we'll store most of it and sink the rest, and then we'll use this same conveyor highway we've started building here to just ferry some more separate. Well, we could actually just use the same belt. We'll just use the same belt. We'll put the steel beams, the extra steel beams onto there, and they'll just feed into another factory. We'll just do here, I think, maybe for the encased beams, or do we do it nearer to this? And maybe we save that one for more amalgamation, where we're bringing lots of ingredients from different places. Because what we haven't thought about yet is we need to think about, is there any limestone around here? Because we do need that for the encased beams. Oh, fab. There's one right there. There's another one right there. Oh, cool. Let me just pop a little marker on this one so we can go and find him. I did that really quick. Let's just talk about it just to be sure. So what I did was I put the marker down. Let me delete it again. So I did a new map marker, plonked it on top of where the resource node was, because he'll disappear in a second. And all I did is I'm going to delete it in a minute, so I'm not going to change any of the text or the icon or anything like that. I just press this highlight marker button. So that puts this little green circle around it. Now if I press apply, when we come back, you can see, look, it's done a little beam of light showing us where that is. And it always shows it on the compass at the top of the screen up here now. So that's really helpful. So let's run over this real quick. Oh no, actually, let's go back, because the ship is about to come back. He's probably already landed. I was hoping we'd just catch him coming down. So we'll head back up real quick. Let's unlock the next milestone. There we go, he's just landed officially. Sorry, this little gap is really bugging me. There we go. But yeah, let's go and unlock that milestone. Then we'll come back and we'll just start building. Get these encased industrial beams ready. Our little versatile frameworks floating up the elevator. What is this? Not an elevator. Rob, what are you on about? It's a conveyor belt. Right. Come on. I don't know why he didn't jump then. That was quite embarrassing. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I want to be good at games. God damn it. Right, I'm not sure. You know, I just thought, why isn't there just like a portable hub technology that you get to have eventually? That would be so handy. Okay, I should have done a little round to pick up some stuff before we came, but that's fine. Let's just, so what do we need? We need a few more steel pipes. I'll take a stack of those. We need some modular frames. Take a stack of those. I should have 100 now, have I? Yes. We need some rotors. That means I've got 100, great. And then concrete, I think I've already got some. Yeah, we've got enough already. That's great. Get all of that in there. Send him off. Okay. Off he goes, and off we go. Let's go and use all of this new technology to make a fancy encased industrial beams thing. So that line was over there. I'm just trying to see, where was the other line that it's dinged? 300 meters ahead. Because this one might even be closer. Let's see what we can see. I was hoping I'd spot it from the sky, but... Oh, it's here, look! Right on the beach. That's a lot closer than I expected. Can you do photo mode while flying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there he is, look. Well, that feels even easier. The only thing I'm not sure about... Can we land on here? Dunk. So, let's just see, what was the purities? Is he just a normal? Yeah. What about you? You gonna show up again? We'll remove that little marker. Is it gonna do it? I don't know why it does this. It can't be that far away. But I don't think it matters, actually. I think we'll use this one. But the fact that it's normal is good. If the other one is pure, then I'd rather leave it and we'll maybe use it to make a load more concrete for something else a bit later. Where do we start with this then? So, we need to build it. We need to build something that's going to create the concrete here. Or maybe we just ship the limestone, even. And maybe I need to start building the factory first, or know how much I need. So I know what kind of miner I might want to put down on it and stuff like that. So let's see what sort of space we've got over here. This big sort of rock is not my favourite. But, you know, this is looking pretty good. We can just build over this little bit here, I think. Like if we just fill this little pond in, sorry nature. And we'll get straight to work. Because yeah, look, we can just siphon off the steel right from here. It's nice and early. That last pesky square, there's always one. And now I just want to do another line. Okay, that will not do. Let's get rid of this guy. There's my chainsaw. And you as well. Oh. Okay, so let's get some height. This is not going to work, is it? Oh my god, it did. So, let's have a quick look at encased industrial beams. Or maybe we should just have a quick look through some of the other stuff that we need. We'll have a quick look at this, actually, since we've got it here now. Automated wiring is needs a stator and some cable. If I remember correctly, he does need a lot of cable a minute, this guy. 50 a minute, like it's quite a high amount. What's the default on the recipe for that? 30. So you need two cable constructors, which in turn need 2 wire constructors each. So that's 4 wire into 2 cable. That's quite a lot. It's going to be a big mission getting that stuff set up. Let's keep going now. But it does look like motor. We can do motors now, and we will set them up probably as an order of business pretty soon. But if we don't need them for automated wiring, we won't do them today. So maybe we'll move on to do these next. Encased industrial beams are useful because we need them to be able to create some of the new things we just got. So, for example, if we want to make a miner Mark II, it uses encased industrial beams. Luckily, it seems like I've got a bit of a stash already from exploring, I'm presuming, so that's extremely handy. So, yeah, that's good news. Good news. Let me just have a look. Have we got any in? Oh, no. That's the wrong screen. No, wrong screen. Wrong screen again. Right. Sorry about that. That was a... Yeah, so I haven't got any in my floating inventory yet. So maybe I'll actually split this stack and I'll put half of them in there, just so I've got some as backup. But we'll get a dimensional storage set up for these guys, definitely. If I've got enough mats. Have I got enough mats? Yeah, we got 7. We got enough mats to make 7 more dimensional storages, so that's pretty great. This rock is not it. We're not going to use that anymore. Let's get a tower down and get up the tower. I do miss being able to jetpack around my other, like coming back to this save when I've played a lot of my other saves. At this point, and yeah, not having the ability to fly is quite inhibiting. But let's think about this. So what we're going to do is we're going to, I think all we need is an assembler. It doesn't need too much in it. If we look over this way, where are we going to bring in the stuff we need? I think maybe if we try and bring it in I kind of feel like I should go over this side near to this cliff so it's tidy. We'll pop off some of this. Steel can come around this way and feed in. So maybe you can just go about here. Or do we use our new... Where's my new blueprint? That's not the one. There he is. So there's our nice chunky assembler. We can see he's got 2 inputs at the back there and an output at the front. So is he going to fit nicely in these? Oh yeah. So this is one of those moments I was trying to say to you before with the outline around the object is misleading because I've done because I've put a power. It's because I've put a power line on the back. If I hold it, so if you look up here, can I zoom in? Yeah. So if you look, you can see that power line there is throwing off the border. So it doesn't match up with his back feet, which is a little annoying, but it just means we press T to hide this information in the center of the screen, and then you can just look and I can just make sure I line up the actual foot. So you can use your arrow keys, remember, if you press H to just hold it in place. So we'll just lock that in there. This is only going to need we're going to use some direct steel coming straight in. So to do that, we're going to just use a splitter. Hopefully I can just pop this on straight here. The only reason I don't like doing it like this is it doesn't snap to grid. So if you're like me and that bothers you, what I'd recommend you do is set up the point at which you want it to join first. So I think just 2 should be enough. And then, well actually it's probably too far away, is it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. So let's go a bit closer so we can see what we're doing as well. So what I'm trying to do here is, like, I'm using this center point here. This is where I'd like it to come, and I'll just drop it into this box. What I want to do is like line it up with the center here. So if we just get 1 extra of these and just pop it there temporarily, when I now get my merger out, it should. I thought it snapped. Is it going to show me up here? It looks like it is going to show me up. You're not going to snap. Maybe, hang on. I've had it do this before, so maybe it needs conveyors on it as well or something. Let's try that. So if I go like this, now I try putting it there. You're going to do it now. Oh, there we go. It's showing the line now at least. Let's make that a splitter so it's going in the right direction. So you can see it's still sort of free aiming, but if you hold control, it should snap it now to lock onto that thing. So there we go. So now I can connect these up and we should get steel coming across straight away. I'm not going to worry about the supply being a bit low at the moment because we've got a box full over there, so I'm not worried about that right now. We can just use up some of the overflow that we've got stored up. So here's our steel coming in. So that's nice. Very nice. Let's just wind this around here. I'll put him on this mode. Does that look all right? Oh, that looks all right. So we can just go in like that. I think I need to double check that this is actually all that we need. I'm pretty sure it is just steel. Steel and concrete. Encased industrial beams. 6 per minute. Needs 18 steel beams. That's the same amount we're using for our versatile frames. And 36 concrete. That's quite a lot of concrete actually, because I think the default rate you make concrete is 15. And that's from 45 limestone. Wowzers. So we're going to need a lot of limestone to just hit this at default. What I did on the first time I played this is I actually just dropped this down to do like 3 a minute or something. It's a bit more achievable than when you've got to do like, what, 18 concrete a minute. Much more manageable. But we're going to go for full, I think. We might as well just go for full because that's how we do things here. I haven't thought about where the output box is going to go. There's a nice space here though, so that's probably going to be it. So next, let's think. We've got loads of steel. It's already getting fed straight into our assembler thanks to our blueprint, so that's grand. Let's work on getting our... Let me just look at this one more time. It was 36, right? Concrete, yeah. Okay, so what we'll do, maybe we'll ferry the materials over and I'll just plop the constructors here and we'll do them in a little manifold and they will just spit out all of the concrete straight into that for us. And hopefully we can just like do another sort of, this can just be a bit of a mishmash of conveyors, this bit over this pond. I'm not too bothered about that being a bit of a mess. That's all good. And this bit is quite interesting looking, how it's right on the water. I like that. So let's see what we can do. We'll get some foundations down and just get a very basic setup going. That should be fine, I think. And then, I think we might have to do a Mark II straight away, because let's think about this. If we want concrete, and we want concrete at 36 per minute, it was, right? So that's 240%, so we'll need 2.4 constructors. That's how I think about it. So we'll have 3 constructors doing this, just to save our energy usage. But they need 108 limestone per minute, so we're going to have to use a Mark II on this, I think. And I should have the materials for it. Yeah, that's grand. Cool. So which direction do I want him to head? Maybe more that way? No, that's too steep that way though, isn't it? Maybe we'll just do him straight like this, and he can just turn 90 degrees and send his conveyor belts on a mission this way somewhere. Just trying to think. I don't want to go too much up this little sand dune. I think it'll look bad. We'll see. So let's get this guy set up first. So look, by default now, because he's a Mark II, he's getting 120 limestone per minute at just 100%. So of course we could chuck a bunch of these in, and then we can get 300 per minute if we really wanted to. Or we're going to have to start doing some serious overclocking soon, I think, because we're going to be in trouble in terms of increasing our production. Normally I'd expand and make more machines or make factories that are huge and got extra room, but I think given the weird location we've got at our base, we might have to do it a bit differently. But cool, let's drop this to 108, because that's exactly how much we need. 90% clock speed, very satisfying. And then we'll just start sending. It'll have to be a Mark II belt. Yeah, we've lost the lock on there already. So maybe let's just take him. Why is it going in such a weird... Oh, it's because... Yeah, it's because he's very slightly off the grid. So let's take him off of right angle mode. Put him back on now, though. And then... Well, let's get some of our favourite... what's it called? Conveyor bus blueprint out. And we'll just start getting rid of... Can I get rid of this? Oh yeah, let's get rid of that then. Sorry, Mr. Mushroom Tree thing. You're in the way. And actually this belt should probably go just straight onto that. So Mark II's like that. Yeah, let's talk about that actually. I don't like what so if you ever notice when you're doing a little conveyor ramp like this, that it looks strange like that. Can you see that looks a bit weird? It's because I'm on the straight mode, the right angle mode. So you always get like, it tries to lift, I think it does the lift over an exact number of tiles on the floor. It's quite interesting how it works. It can be quite useful sometimes, but it looks pretty terrible most of the time, I think. So we're going to just dump that like that. We'll put you straight into here. And then, where's the next one going to be? We might have to use a little right angle here, I think. And we might just stretch ourselves a bit of foundations out. Just because it makes the next bit a bit easier. And it helps our, whatchamacallit, our conveyor bus blueprint snap to something. So we're there at the moment. And ideally we'd want to be on this one. So if I put one of these here, how's that going to link up? Oh, ain't not working. There we go. Am I clipping through anything? Oh no, it went yellow, but it looks all right. That's fine. Groovy, come over this way, please. Hopefully that's just long enough. It is about 6 squares, just to reiterate. The distance that one of these can go. Is that clipping through that one? Oh, that clearance. It's almost perfect. It's clipping a tiny bit. We'll leave that. It's cool. Right, carry on. Let's get another one of these down. Maybe pop him here. Is that going to be a bit tight? We'll try it. And this should be able to pop one here. And then where are we? Look, we're nearly here now. So we just need Now, I'm not sure where this is going to go yet, so maybe we'll just not connect it up right to the end yet. Because, oh, that's a Mark 1. We want to make sure these are Mark 2. I don't want to come back and have to do that again. You all Mark 2s? Yes, okay, good. Let's see then. So can you reach to there? Oh, we can. Let's just do that. We'll get rid of this then. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. So what I fancy doing for this bit is we'll try and get a couple of constructor blueprints down, because we need 3 of them, so it'll be nice and quick to just plop them down real fast. And we can test now how they feed into our... That's not the right thing, dude. Constructor, here we go. So, hang on, which way is he in? Where's the power line? At the back, right. So he's in from the left out to the right, so that's cool. We can put it sort of this direction. And what I'm really wondering is, can we do it really nice and neat, where it's just like stuck onto here? Oh, that looks good. Is that in the middle? Oh, I can't see that. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, the torch works on the hologram. How good is that? But now we can see, I think that is in the middle. Yeah. Okay, and then how's the conveyor belt going to do? Oh my god, is it in exactly the right place? That was a complete accident. I'm not going to take credit for that one. That is insanely cool. So yeah, pleased with that. Very pleased with that. Sweet. So now, what we'll do a quick copy of this blueprint. And if you remember before we talked about this, you can go into dismantle mode, press R to change to blueprint, dismantle, and then middle click, which is quite a quick way to do it. I find it much quicker than going into the menu every time. Let's see if we can get these 2 lined up now. Hopefully they're in the same orientation. It looks like it. Okay, so we'll click you there. See, blueprints are amazing. Oh, that's it. We're done, lads. We're done. So now we can line this up, because we've got the position for our inputs coming in, which is this. This is our splitters that split the input all across the different constructors, and then these ones this side are our mergers that pick up all the output. So let's get another one of our conveyor buses built. We'll plop that. I was doing that thing where it's not... Can you just... Anyway, so sometimes we've talked about this before. It doesn't snap onto the grid properly when you've got a small blueprint like this. So yeah, you have to do the H key and manually nudge it around with the arrows. Right, let's bring this belt over. And then for this, I think I'll do a conveyor lift like that. Popped him as a Mark II straight away, because he's being fed by a Mark II belt. So he can go in like that. That's going to be our line coming. And you know what? We didn't actually power up the friggin' miner. That was a mistake. Let's give him some juice so we can start going. We've got a spare power line here. Oh, this looks good. We'll break something off here. There you go, sir. So he's on 108 still? Yes. Great. Alright, so that limestone's going to be ticking its way over now. Fantastic. So we need to just now get our constructors set up with their recipes, hook everything up to power, and then we should be good. I'm going to hook these up right now. So what I've done is we've just put, so for each of these, you can just about see, I've pre-done the power line to this. So this thing on the back here connects to this one, which then connects to that one. I've only done that so it looks a bit tidier. You could obviously just connect this straight to that if you wanted to. And then it's just nice and easy for us to hook up power, because we just connect one thing and then connect them to down the backs of the machines. The only thing is, of course, this guy's power line is also like that. I wonder if it'll still let me connect it through the wall sort of thing. Doesn't look like. So we'll have to make a new one there for him and destroy this little power line and reconnect it. That's a bit of a shame. We'll have to do that What do you mean no empty power line connections? Huh? Oh, of course, because it's going to there. Oh, I didn't need to delete that. Dope. There we go. Done. There we go. Everybody's got power. We just need to get up in here now and give these guys their recipes. Love a ladder, lads, I'm telling you. Best thing to unlock in the shop. Right, so we need concrete. And what was it, 36 a minute? Was it 36? Yes, it was 36 because we needed 108. So, so shall we just do it like, what is the, oh dude, what am I Googling? Why am I doing that? It's 12, isn't it? So we need 12, 12 and 12 on these. Copy settings, paste settings, paste settings. Right. And now, oh, I could just see the limestone coming in. So hopefully, why have you still got a red light? Because I didn't actually copy the settings? What? Oh, for God's sake. That's me being terrible at pressing things. Right, there we go. Right, copy, paste, paste. There we go. Right, so each of these guys should now be making some, we can just hopefully see some of it in action. Oh wait, I didn't link up all the belts. So we need, why are my keys broken? Why does it do this sometimes? Yeah, my hotkeys are all busted and I don't know why. How do I fix that? What is going on? Let's try getting the build menu up manually. See if it wakes itself back up. We need to make sure that each of these guys is getting some limestone as well though. And then we need to make sure that each of these guys... Yeah, something's definitely gone wrong with my hotkeys. They're not working at all. I have to do a quick pause and restart the game. Because I can't play without my keys, man. I think for the outputs... What's the concrete total is 36, isn't it? So we can definitely get away with just level 1 belts for these. And then that should be it. He should be going. It looks like he is going already. These lines are all ticking along just nice straight away, which is fantastic. We just have a look here. He should be just about ready to build his first one. Oh, he's getting there. The concrete's ticking in slow. But there we go. There we go. Right, and then your output is going to come out here somewhere. So let's... I do kind of want to make an industrial storage box, but we won't do that just yet. Let's just make a normal one. I think it's plenty big enough for what we need. And maybe I'll just turn it this way, actually. And we'll pop it about here. Oh, my number keys work again. No need to restart. God knows what was going on there, but they're back. This little extra bit of conveyor belt here, he was just for the use case where we manifold the assemblers, so that the next assembler would be behind this one, and it can feed its output up here into this one's output. Yeah, it took me. I'm not sure I'm entirely happy with that, but we'll see how it goes when we eventually manifold some. Okay, so this is our box filling up with industrial. Oh, look, there we go. We've got a few encased industrial beams already. Very, very good news. So let me think, are we going to need them to produce anything just yet? I don't think we are, but what I am going to do is preemptively put a smart splitter down, like about here. And then we're going to put one of these dimensional depots on the top. And then we will just connect all of this up real quick. So that we've got our encased beams coming into our dimensional storage, and now I've got a nice way to filter some of this off if I want to use it for producing something else. So cool. That is really good news. So this looks like it's all in hand. We're going to have to wait a while for everything to sort of saturate and start working properly, because this, you know, as we've talked about before, when you've got a manifold, it is a bit tricky because the guy at the front of the line gets the most materials. So, but even he's not using them that quick just yet. So for these guys to all be running at 100%, we need the belts to get backed up and stuff like that. And that's going to take some time. But for now, it's no big deal. It's producing. We've got our first industrial encased beams being made. And They're going into our storage, so I should have some in here now. Whoop. I thought I put 50 in there, but maybe I did not. Did I forget to do that? Anyway, doesn't matter. We've got some going in, ticking up on their own, which is great news. So, what should we do next? I think we might have to go and have a go at getting that automated wiring set up. That's going to be a big job, that one. Yeah, I don't even want to look at the next tiers yet, actually. Let's just try and figure out how we're going to do this. So, let's just see. Let's get rid of this. We made a little note earlier on that we didn't even need, but that's fine. Sometimes it be like that, and that's no worries. Okay, so this is not the right screen. What's it called? Automated wiring. So we'll have a look again. So we need to make 2.5 per minute, which is quite a high amount actually. We wouldn't even need to make that because we, at the moment we need to make 100. Which seems like mad to me, because you need 1,000 of the other two. This guy does come back though. He becomes like components in other space elevator components. So you end up needing a lot of copper, because this is all copper essentially. There's some steel in it as well, but yeah. So we need stators and cables. We already talked about the cables. Normal cable construction is 30 per minute, and it needs 60 wire per minute to do that. So we're going to need to set up a bunch of wire, and I think wire only constructs at 30 per minute. So that's 4 constructors just for the cable, another 2 for the cable? No, yeah, sorry, words. We need 4 constructors for the wire, and then we need 2 constructors for the cable. And then our stator, he also needs wire. So he needs, what's that, 8 times 5? Oh, let's just be lazy and look at it. How many do you need? 40. I should have known that. Times tables. My children would school me. But yeah, so we need 40 wire for that per minute, and then 15 steel per minute. I think the steel is fine because we're not actually using steel pipes for anything at the moment other than just storing and then manually crafting into sort of SAM related stuff at the moment. So we've got a nice store of them here that we're just tucking into every now and again when we need it. So that's quite cool. I know we've got a copper node somewhere. Was it on top of this or is it on top of that one? Is there anything? Let's just do the map actually. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so there's that one there. I think he's just normal. Yeah. Is there another one? Where's that one? He's a normal. And then there's another one right up at our base, look, that's pure. Because we had one at base that was pure already. And then we've got this one, which is pure. Right next to that. And then there's these weird temp things. I don't know what the temp things actually mean. I don't know if it's a bug or what, or it means those big rocks that are stuck in the top of them or something. I don't know. But the normal, let's just try and do some sums then. How much wire do we need? Because that's going to be the limiting factor here, I think. Let's just do it one more time. We'll have a look. So for this, we need to make cable. And so for that, we're going to need... Oh, let's go to cable, and we'll do it this way. So we'll use the overclocking target. We need 50 per minute, we know that, so we'll put that in. That means, so that's 100 wire for that. So 100 wire cable. Okay. And then if we go back and look at our automated, or stators. So let's have a look, what's the ratio here? So it's saying we need 2.5 stators per minute to make 2.5 automated wiring per minute. So that's fine. So if we come to this, let's change this. Change this output here to 2.5. We could really go ham and try and make like double, but I think let's just see how this works out at the moment. If we just go for a conservative estimate of making exactly the default recipe for automated wiring. So we need another 20 for that. And wouldn't you know, that looks to me like that's going to add up to be exactly a normal node with a Mark II miner on it. Isn't it? 120 is going to be... Oh, I did not mean to do that. We'll look at the wire. Yeah, you need 15 ingots to make 30. Well, actually, no. So that means 60 ingots would be enough wire. So we might have enough to do double. I am right there, aren't I? And what do we need for the... Yeah, so this is a 1-to-1. So if I can get 120 out, yeah, I think we're good. Because the wire is double what the copper is. Yeah. Okay. Sick. So let's try and go ham, and we're going to make a mad automated wiring factory that's going to feed off of this single normal copper node we've got here. And then where are we going to build it? I think maybe the other side of this conveyor highway feels good. We'll clear this area out here. I know I've got this space here. Why am I being precious about this space? It feels very far away from where everything is, really. So this is where our node is, just here. What are these little dots floating in the sky there? It's almost like there was something here. Weird. I've noticed there's quite a few like weird visual little things like that. Like sometimes, you know, see over there, those gas clouds. Once you blow up all the things, sometimes there's still gas clouds. They were supposed to have fixed it, but it still bloody happens. I'll take those hatcher remains. Something for tea later, isn't it? Okay, so we'll plop the miner here. We'll just feed over onto that side, I think. I don't want to squeeze it in here. It feels too much. And if we ever get to a point where we expand this and maybe double the constructors, double the assembler, you know, like I want to have room to do that. So we'll just leave that there just so we've got space if we want to make it bigger. Right, let me think then. What's the first step? Let's get some foundations down, I suppose. Always a good first thing to do. Oh, in fact, let's get rid of some of these trees. Brace your ears, everyone. Just to make sure we don't get any annoying bits poking up through the foundations. That's the only thing I don't like. And this should be enough room. We don't need that much room, I don't think. Oh boy, there's a big guy over there. Should we go and get him? Have I got any good ammo? Oh, we've only got stun. I have been playing around with the guns on my other saves, and the assault rifle is real good. Hey, mate. Oh, I missed him. Can you believe that? Come on. Hey, that. Okay. Oh, I just thought, I know why I didn't put these things in my thing earlier on, because I haven't unlocked that on this save. Rob, you daft apeth. That's what my dad would call me. Right. It's very handy once you get the that upgrade, because it does mean when you pick up things like soma sloops or these things, you can just drop them in your dimensional storage and they just get out of your inventory real quick. Very handy. Very handy. A few more bits of tree clearing and then we'll get started. Yoink. Alright, cool, that should do it. Let's get laying. Yeah, I'll just do 10. Alright, there we go. 5 by 10 should easily be enough room for us to do what we need to do. And it's quite handy because we've already got this conveyor belt coming this way, so we could maybe use this as a jump off point. We'll bring our steel in that direction. We've also got, so the copper's over just straight ahead of us now. So that's cool. We could make it actually come sort of underneath where this tower is. So okay, where are they? They're lined up with that line. So if I just pop one of these here to remind me of that, and I'm just going to pop another one about here maybe, to remind me that we're going to bring the other stuff that way. We've got to think about how we do this now. So the steel for the stators is needed right at the end. This is going to be a big factory actually, I'm just thinking about it. So maybe the steel is going to end up, so maybe the end of our production ends up here. And we need to, yeah, that makes sense actually, because what we want to do is drop our freshly made automated wiring onto this bus and it can just ride up with the versatile frames. So we'll probably just make it merge so they can go on the same belt, because they get created really slow, like 1 or 2 a minute or whatever. So yeah, we'll start sending those off that way. So that means the assembler needs to go here. So, or maybe he can go over there actually. So the copper's going to come in this way, and we're going to have a whole bunch. We need smelters first to turn all of it into. So we're going to use. I think we're going to use the whole lot. So, what is it? 30 per smelter, isn't it? So this tower's in a bad place. We're going to have to move it. We'll just pop it in the middle of the road for now, I think. Where's the ladder gone? No. Okay, so let's try and get some stuff down just so we can start picturing where things are going to go. Bloody hell, assemblers are huge, aren't they? Look at it. So here's our assembler. If we can get him down, that's a bit too far forward. That looks like he's lined up nicely, so we'll just... Let me think. He's going to be making the stators. Are we going to be able to fit everything else behind it? It's going to be a challenge. I'm wondering whether this guy ends up going further down this way. Maybe he does, but let's just plop him here for now, and we'll just deal with it. We'll delete him if we have to. So, iron ore is going to be coming this way. I think I might have to delete this because it's going to be right in the way. We'll figure that out at the end. So the iron ore is going to come in this way. We need a load of smelters. They each do 30. So I need 4 smelters. Maybe I'll do the last one first. Sometimes it's better to do them in this order because you can't put the mouse pointer in the right place. Do you know what I mean? Look, because it's hard for me to put them behind them now because they're in the way. So, yeah, this way works better sometimes. Get you about there. It does do the sort of locking, the snapping for you, but it's still quite... I don't trust it. That sounds ridiculous. I do have to just double check because it really bothers me when things aren't lined up nicely. Okay, so there's our smelters. They should be able to handle all of this stuff coming in. So let's go and get our miner built real quick and get him sending stuff over. And we'll just make sure we'll do it a bit differently. Normally I do all the checks at the end, but maybe we'll do the checks sort of piecemeal this time. So let's get ourselves a Mark II miner and plop him down. What am I looking at? Here he is. I'm not going to do anything fancy for this guy. He's just going to sit out on the top of this little outlook. Okay, can I fit one of these conveyor buses down here? It's doing that thing again where it's not locking properly. I mean, he's floating in the air there, but I don't really care. I'm just going to just put it here for now. Just see, does that connect nicely? Dude, why did that not go yellow? That's definitely clipping. Right, come to here then. It's not the best, but it's alright, it'll do. I'm looking across here. Oh no, no. Wait, it's not lined up, lads. It's not lined up. I can't let this slide. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Let's build another one. We want to make sure it's lined up with that. Is that... That looks like the right spot. So let's do it there. Slide this guy back a little bit. Pop him there. Put some floor under him after the fact. Genius. And then hopefully now... Can't wait for that jetpack. I'm telling you. Hopefully now I can sort of stick you here. And then you can just connect to here. That'll do. Oh, we can't go to level 2 because it's gonna look a bit rubbish, is it? Maybe we'll go there. We'll keep it high up and then we'll just do a conveyor lift. Like that. Perfect. Now, of course, all of this needs to be able to handle 120 per minute because we're going to be doing... it's a Mark II miner, so we need that many resources. cover off again. I do love the middle click copy and then upgrade is really good. Or middle click to copy, then change, use E to change the mode, and then you can upgrade that way as well. Very, very handy. Okay, so you're sorted. We just need to power him up. Where's the power line? Where's the nearest one? What we got over here? Oh, here we go. This'll do. Right, Bonza. Off he goes. We're not going to mess with this one at all. We want him to go at 120. So let's just wait and make sure that looks good. And make sure that the belt looks full. That's the other thing you want to do as well, is make sure that as you're watching it go down, the conveyor belt, that there's no gaps you're not expecting, or it's not getting stuck or stopping for any reason. Usually caused by the fact you forgot to upgrade one of these conveyor lifts or one tiny piece of conveyor somewhere. I've had it before where there was like, somehow there was two separate bits of conveyor like this close to the end, so the inside bit was different. It was highly annoying. So this should go down here now. Brilliant. Just spotted our first issue. We haven't linked these up yet, so let's get those hooked up real quick. So that should be that done. And then what we need to do is the same on the other side. Although I don't know if we need to use Mark IIs. Do we? Yeah, we do. Because there should be 120 copper ingots coming out of this now. Well, he says we need to go and turn them on. So that's looking okay. Can I stretch myself another power wire over it somewhere? I'll tell you what, have we got? Oh no, we haven't unlocked the level 2 poles, power poles yet. They are quite handy when you're being lazy, I'll tell you that. So we'll leave this guy here. Maybe we'll bring this power line a bit closer and just pop it like there. Connect it to this block. Sometimes I do find it handy when you're setting up your grids to just sort of always have like a separate power pole which is just feeding like one little factory or one little component of a factory, because then you can at least just delete the wire if you want to turn everything off real quick, or whatever. So, got power. Nobody's doing anything because they haven't been told what to produce yet. So let's sort that out next. Oh, dude, how do we miss that? Okay, hello? There we go. Copper ingots, please. And we just want them to make them at 100%. So let's think about this. So we've got a whole bunch of copper being produced now, which is great. These machines are all going to get backed up real quick, but that's fine. It looks like the conveyors are all working. And yeah, everything's linked up, so that's good. So we need to feed these into our constructors now, which are going to do the next stage of production for this sort of production line. So I think the first thing we'll do is maybe make the cable, because that'll go straight into this. So if we go here, yeah, so this guy's going to be making the automated wiring. So what that says to me is we'll do some constructors now downwind of this, and they will feed straight into this left-hand side, because that's where we'll put the cable. And then the rest of the copper is going to loop around the rest of this factory and get turned into wire, and then get turned into stators along with our steel beams, so steel pipes, sorry. So I need to ferry those over and get them in here somehow. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet, because I've just realised I was thinking about it wrong, and I thought the steel beams came into here at the end, but they don't. They come in a little bit earlier in the process. So we need to figure that out. But we're cool. We've got this. It's fine. So that is making me think maybe I'll leave, because we're going to have another assembler, right, to build the stator. The stators. Because the assemblers are huge. In our little blueprints anyway. We could probably cram them in a bit more if we were just doing stuff straight on the floor, but I kind of like using these blueprints now that we've made them. So let's get right up on top of this one if we can. You gonna let me build a ladder up there, mate? There it is. Sweet. Right. So, if I copy this guy, so we can make one of these, and he's going to be passing the stators into this assembler that I'm stood on top of. So I don't want to put him right close to it because, like, he's making something that's going to feed into it, and I need to have room to make sure that the conveyor belts link up. Just want to drop down and have a look how it looks. Okay, so if he's going to come in this side, this is going to be our stators coming in this side. So we'll link them up. Are they lined up? That looks lined up to me. I've never done it that way before. That's quite a good way to make sure they're lined up. But there we go. So this is going to be our stators assembler. So let's link him up right now. So that's done. I hope I don't have to rebuild any of this. Well, we'll make sure we don't. We'll just expand backwards as much as we need to, I think, at this point. This is looking pretty neat, this factory so far. I like it. These are my favourite blueprints I've ever made, for sure. Right, so what's next? What we're going to do, let's set this guy's recipe to stators, so we remember that he's making them. And then I'm going to try and figure out how we get... so he's going to take some of the masses of wire that we're going to make. Yeah. Let's think. Sorry, I'm just thinking. How am I going to fit it all in? We're going to have to just make a whole load of wire down here. That's going to come into another bunch of constructors that make some of it into cable, and then the rest of it comes into stators. That's how we'll have to do it, I think. And we're not going to worry about load balancing or anything like that. We're just going to let oversaturated lines deal with all the problems. So I think it's good. I think we're going to be fine. It's just will take a little while to get up and running, as we've seen before. And doing it this way actually gives these smelters a chance to sort of get saturated while we're dicking about trying to figure out what we're going to do. Right, so steel pipes. How the heck do I get steel pipes over to this guy? So we've got a gap here. I could just ferry them through here. They need to come to like this box probably. The wire can come over the furthest side. I think that's probably sensible. Gives us more room to put loads of constructors down. Okay. So let's just go and see where our whatchamacallit. What's it called again? Steel pipes. We'll see where they are. If I put this like here, I think that gives us a nice little sort of starting foundation where we can use... Oh, I think I just built that twice. We can just use this guy to try and guide where we ferry our stuff. Like if I pop this right here in the middle, it shouldn't interfere with any of this stuff. Because we've got a nice little gap in the middle. You could probably even fit a conveyor belt down there if you really wanted to. But I think this should be good. So I should be able to just link these up now. This one I actually want. I don't usually like the right angle on these ones. I'm going to do it for this one. Yeah, it just looks a bit nicer, doesn't it? When it's a short one, I think yes. When it's a long one, I don't know. I don't know why. It's weird, isn't it? Aesthetics are strange. Right, but there we go. Now we just need to... Which one is our steel pipes? It's the right-hand box of these two boxes, I believe. Yeah. So just using my dismantle to sneakily see what's inside a storage box from far away. Love it. We've got a lot of steel beams. 3,291. That seems like a really large amount. But this is looking cool. These guys are just filling up. They're all saturated. Let's get these steel pipes over. Stop getting distracted, dude. So I think what we're going to have to do is copy this sort of setup here where we've got some going to storage. So what have I got sent? I've got storage as overflow at the moment and production as priority. And I think I'll probably keep that this way for this one as well. It just seems to be the most sensible option right now. We've got absolutely tons of stuff in storage already, so we're doing all right. We are doing all right. Give me one of those. We'll stick that here, connect that up. And now I just need a way to tidily, he says, get these steel pipes out of here. I think we're going to do this. It's not the best. In fact, I wonder if I can cheese this. So there's like little ways you can make shorter... we've never talked about this yet, have we? I don't think we have. You can get sort of shorter conveyor lifts, and you have to trick it by sort of putting two objects that a conveyor lift can attach to really close, and then attaching the conveyor lift to something like this, and then bringing it down, and hopefully when I rotate it and we hear the click noise... Oh no, it's not making it. If it doesn't make the dink... Oh wait, maybe it's because I need to try and turn it around. There we go, so it's an in. Oh yeah, look, it's working. So it's making a little click when I rotate, and it goes blue. So now I've managed to squeeze the conveyor lift into a space it's not really supposed to fit. We've managed to do it in a way that doesn't completely trash everything. If I really wanted to now, you can just delete this guy. Oh no, not... Wait, not him, just this. Yeah, there we go. And now... Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice position, that one is. We can stretch this over this way. We can make another little one of these guys here. We connect this one up to... No, not the bottom one, mate. What are you doing? Top one, please. There we go. We just need to change this to be forward is overflow, and this way will be any. There we go. Steel pipes are on the move. Sometimes when you do this sort of messing about to make it go smaller than it should be, it is worth watching afterwards just to make sure that it works and it does what you expect it to do. There's been several times where I've just taken it for granted and come back like 4 hours later and realised I haven't actually been building anything because that stuff didn't work. Right, so he's sort of bang in the centre of the line. So that's cool. Where are we? Here. Oh, this feels like about halfway. I think that'll do. Donk. Donk. Alright. So there's our steel pipes coming to our stators. So that's cool. They just need a bunch of wire now as well. And then the stators are going to go into here, and he needs a bunch of cable. So we need to get that stuff cracking. How do we begin? Let's go up on top again. We'll get our constructor blueprint out, and we'll start getting them down. This tune slaps. This is one of my favourite ones, I've got to say. All the music in this game is just top tier. Right, constructors. Oh, look at that. I do wish you could, even when using the foundations, I wish you could free snap like this, because it feels so smooth and nice, and the turning especially is lovely. I wish you could just override it. I don't know why I can't. You can with some things, I think, like foundations, but it just, yeah, it's a bit more limited than I think it probably should be. But anyway, we'll stop complaining. We should be able to snap this guy. Oh, nudge exceeds max distance. Jesus. Undo that then. Right, H. There we go. That should be exactly right. Oh, well, it looks like that conveyor's just clipping through the support beam, but I'll let that slide. Right, then we'll just get a bunch more of these down. I'm going to just go by eye and hope for the best. It does make me feel a little uncomfortable doing it this way. Hang on, I haven't even thought about how many constructors do we need. So we need 240 wire. And they make 60 wire per minute, is it? Let's have a look. No, we make 30 per minute out of 15 ingots. So, what am I doing? Right, let's have a look. So we need, what, 240 divided by 30 is 8. Yeah, I should have known that as well. My maths is not very good today, lads. I don't know what's going on. So how many have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at it, 5, 6, 7, 8. but then I'm running out of room. So I think we're going to have to extend this bit as far as we can. It's going to be just enough room by the looks of it, which is so good. Because not only do we need these guys to make all the wire, we're going to need a few more constructors after that to make all the cable. So there's going to be a whole load, and I'm really grateful for these these very useful blueprints at this point. So, how many was it again? 5? 1, 2... No, wait, Orion. 4. 4, so... Oh, mate, this is just going to do my head in. We'll have to get on top of here quick. Right. So that's 5, 6, 7. Oh, God. I understand why this happens, but it's just like... It's very fiddly. Right, it's fine. There we go. We're in. So that's our 8 wire constructors. I think. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's go and set them all up. And again, no fancy clocks required here. We're just literally just making them all make the same thing. I really wish there was like a short hop you could do, or that you could just run across this. Oh my God, you can. You can sprint across the gap. Oh, I never knew that. That is my best pro tip I've learned in ages. Oh my God. Oh, he didn't make it that time for some reason. That's great news though. I'm so happy we can do that. Right, paste, paste. Let's just run along the bottom for now. Paste, paste. So they should all be doing wire now. Let's hook them up with some power. And we'll hook up all the conveyor belts. Okay, so now they've all got power. They've all gone yellow because they've got no materials, I believe. So let's connect the ingots out into here. Oh God, hang on. Where are my ingots out? There. Oh Christ, I'm getting confused now. So that's my ingots out. They stop there. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I've just thought we kind of needed to flip this around, didn't we? But this is okay. We can sort of go like this, I think. This needs to be a Mark II. So make sure we get them sent down the belt as fast as possible. We could use a higher speed, especially right now because everything's saturated. But let's just... We know the maximum we need is 120. So there's no point in us going higher than that. It might be saturated for a while. I need to catch up. But that's fine, I think. So there we go. Here's all our copper ingots coming out. And then we're going to have so much wire, I think we're going to have to go to a Mark III belt for the quantity of wire that we're going to be making. So, well, yeah, should we just double check that? Because how much wire do... 240 it was, wasn't it? Yeah. 240 wire. So we've got... This is a 270 belt. So this should easily carry all of the wire that we're creating to everywhere it needs to go. Right. That is looking seriously impressive. I'm digging this. I've never used blueprints as much as on this playthrough, so we're doing this together and I love it. Let's get a ladder down so we can get up top and see what we're building for the next set of constructors. And I can't remember, let's see, we said we were going to do double the recipe, right, to make 5 per minute. So we need 100 cable per minute. What's the rate on this again? 30. So we need 4 constructors to do that. So let's get... What am I looking for? Blueprints, constructors. Here he is. So if we start this guy, or maybe I can put him this way because his output... No, we'll put him this way because his output is then going to be pointing in the right direction at least. So, and then we can just about fit 4 in. If I put him like here, And we can snake him round to feed into the machine. Alright, lovely. Oh, he's not in line, is he? Look at him. God damn it. Right, there we go. Okay, top work. Top work. So, these guys, we need to make... Ooh. We need to do 100 cable in 4 constructors. Why am I looking at that? It's not times 4, it's divided by 4, it's 25, Rob. You don't need to look up what is a quarter. But apparently I do. Too many things going on in my brain while trying to stream. That's what it is. So let's think about this. So these guys are making... who's barking at me? Oh, hello. I didn't really want to fight, mate. You could have just gone around eating bushes or whatever you were going to do. Oh, God, your wife's upset. I didn't have a choice. He came straight at me. You shut up as well, little birdie. Right. Okay, so... what was I thinking about? We need to take now all of this wire. Oh, look at it all. Lovely. Take all of this wire and we're going to feed it into the inputs on this side, which is this direction here, I believe. That is the splitter, isn't it? Yes. So let's get some of that tasty, copy some of that Mark III belt. We'll bring it right around like this. Sometimes when you use... See, is this the default? What happens if we change it to straight? What on earth is that? Why is it doing this weird? Anyway, what I was trying to illustrate is sometimes it just goes a bit close, and I don't like that. So what I'd recommend you do in those cases, if you want to snap it out to a, say we wanted it to come out about this far, is just look for the point when he's turning the correct 90-degree angle. Oh, there we go. Look, it's bang in the center of the texture now. So we'll do it like that. And now it'll probably just be fine. You just need to sort of give it a little guiding hand sometimes. But there we go. Copper wire. It's coming in real fast. So we'll get this all distributed down the lines into the cable. So the cable goes right up to the end, I think, right? And then the wire itself needs to come into here, the spare wire. Yeah, that is right. Let me just double check, sorry. So this guy takes the beams and cable. Yeah, oh, sorry, the pipes and cable. And then this guy just takes... He's going to take the residual wire that we have left over. So we'll put that in just like that. He's got his steel pipes coming in already. He's getting wire now to make stators, so that's great. We just now need to connect up the cable output on this side, and that's going to be 100, so we just need a Mark II belt for this stuff. I don't think we need to update any of the lifts, conveyor lifts we've got, because the most a machine needs out of any of these machines is 60 at the moment, so we're fine, I think. Like, we don't have to worry about that getting too much. But now we just need to snake a little belt around this way. Oh, look at that. Clips right through, but it kind of looks good as well. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just bring it over to, where do we want it? About here? Looks like. Just get him straight in there. So there we go. That should bring the cable we produce right to the end of the production line. This is a beast of a place, this one, isn't it? But it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So what else do we need to do now? I think... So these guys are all powered up and doing what they need to do. I think we just need to do the same for these guys now. So let's just stretch where we've got this wire here. We'll stretch it around the back. Oops, fallen off. All the way around to this building. All the way around to here. Maybe I'll put him on the corner there, so it doesn't clip through too much. Right, and then, oh, of course, we need to hook all of these up to each other. And, of course, we need to give them instructions on what they need to do. How do I get up again? Donk. Right, so we want you guys to make a cable at 25 per minute, please. Now we could copy that. Paste. Paste. Oh, I love that we can just run across the top. So good. I've thought that several times when I've played it. I've never thought to just try it. You know, like in Super Mario, when you hold like run, you can jump over a 1-block gap. They obviously played Mario, that's all I'm going to say. Right, so these guys are now producing. That seems great. These guys are just being a bit slow. Maybe they're waiting for, I think they're waiting. They're going to take time to saturate now that everything's moving a bit more. But that's okay. We've got a bit of movement here. The machines are producing. Each machine is green right now, so that's cool. So this guy over here now needs power. And then we should be pretty good. He should just start straight away. Come on. He's taking it, mats. Oh, wait, no. I think this one needs to be a faster belt. Because... and a faster lift. Sorry. Because he needs a load of wire per minute. Let's have a look. How much wire do you need a minute? Oh, no, it's only 40. That's fine. So we need 40 wire a minute. Oh, no, we doubled everything as well, though, haven't we? So, like, we could have 2. Oh, mate. I can't build another one of these here, can I? No, let's do it the lazy way. We're going to just overclock this guy. So there we go. Now he needs 100 cable per minute, though. So we just got to make sure that this conveyor lift has been upgraded to handle 100 per minute. And then that should be fine. That should be it. We should be good. So we got a status coming off the... I saw one just then, I'm sure I did. Hey, there he goes. Status getting crafted. Let's... Whoa, let's not delete the whole blueprint. Just delete these little bits of conveyor belt stuff. Put that bit of floor back. Right. Oh, I haven't given power to the guy at the front yet. That's what's going on. Come on, dude. Right, there we go. Now he should start taking in stuff. And now... Come on, fill up with that cable. Fill up with that cable. The only thing I've thought as well is we've only got... Is he doing 5? Oh, he's already doing 5. Great. So we did only need to overclock this guy. There we go. Automated wiring in progress. I think we just need now to hook it up back to home. And get it off to the space elevator. Just having a quick look. I think we're good, though. I wouldn't mind doing some cosmetic stuff to this, like we can put some windows on, put it into like a shell, and then maybe like, you know, like I did take, you know, I had too many legs on the sort of blueprint, so maybe put an extra leg at the end of some of the rows just to make it look a bit more balanced. But this is looking real great. Oh, nothing pleases me more than a really fast moving, perfectly filled conveyor belt, lads. Gotta say. It's weird, isn't it? The things that make us happy. But this is extremely satisfying. Right. Okay, let's start getting it taken back up to the home base then. All looking good. All looking good. Okay. So here is that belt, and where do we put... Now, I just want to find out if I follow it down the line a little bit. Where does the versatile frameworks get put on? Oh wow, they go all the way out this way. And they're on the very top. So all I'm going to do real quick is we're going to pop that one off. We're going to put a merger here. The pro tip is, if you want to stick a merger to one of these like... poles, no, what are they called? Stackable, yeah, they're called stackable poles, aren't they? You just need to connect a conveyor belt to it first, and then you can just do it like that. So now I can just reconnect this, and it goes straight into there, which is sick. And then what we'll do is we can take a line all the way back and connect it to our new factory. Very pleased. Well, this has actually gone quite swimmingly today, everybody. I'm very pleased with it. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I thought this would what we're going to do next, because I did feel like we had enough stuff to keep us going for a whole 2 hours. But we'll find something. There's loads of things for us to do. Loads of things for us to do. I'm especially interested in maybe starting a bit of a weapons factory for ourselves. It would be extremely handy to have on-demand bombs and on-demand bullets, and especially on-demand stun bullets. Right. Oh, wait. This is it. Here's our exit point. So why don't we do the same thing again, except this time we won't... Well, we can use a merger, actually. Yeah, that's fine. We'll pop a merger on. We'll just stick a little bit of a conveyor lift like this. And hopefully I can just join these up without it crying about it. No. Oh, no, I was pressing the wrong button. There we go. In you go. And then hopefully... there goes our first tasty automated wiring. Whole bunch of them, actually. Quite nice looking, solid models. See you later, guys. And off they go. Yeah, this is cool. I don't think there's much else for us to look at really right now. So we've got all the copper ore coming in. All of it should be getting turned into things up here. All those lights are green. That's looking really good to me. That's really good that all the lights are green. Got a little guy right at the end here waiting, and that's fine. That's to be expected. They're the slowest to get mats, so there is going to be a bit of a gap there. Oh, look at this. This wire's just flying. Loving it. Off they go. Getting fed up. Fed up? Not. Oh, that sounds weird, doesn't it? Say it like that. Fed upwards into the constructors to make the cable. Cable's not moving very fast, but that's... Well, it will. It's going to move at exactly the right amount. So sometimes you do get situations like this, like where the belt is stopping a little bit. I'm not sure why it is doing that, though. Because the one ahead is moving properly. I think it's something to do with how these boxes work. Like they seem to be able to hold like a random amount of items. I don't know, like 8 or 10 or something like that. Because when you first feed stuff in there, like it'll put a bunch of stuff in even when it's got nowhere to come out. But this is looking absolutely fine. I don't think there's anything to worry about here. I think these constructors are going to end up running at 100% very easily. Oops. Hang on, I want to have a look. Hey. Let's have a look. At 93%, and he's at the end of the line, and he's at 93%. So that's looking real good. Considering the wire's not 100% running up full speed yet, I think that's doing real good. I think from now on we'll always do it this way. We'll turn on the sort of the earlier parts of the production as we go, just to get them up to speed as soon as we turn everything on. Right, and there we go. Look, now you can see that's our sort of general production rate on the automated wiring. Is that group we saw come out at the beginning? They're only here. These belts are slow, lads. Well, that's fine. So let's have a quick run back up the top then, and we'll go and have a look maybe at the tiers and see if we can maybe unlock a couple of extra tiers before we log off. Might be able to make the first hypertube if we're lucky. That would be real good, actually, because having a hypertube would help us. You know, you can literally, we could stack it on top of these conveyor lifts. That's one of my favourite things. And you can just jump in it and it will just whiz us down. We can go to the power station to check something out really quick. Set up a bunch of stops at different places. It's very good. Very good. Oh, sorry, just having a quick drink. Right. Oh, colour's gone cool, hasn't it? I do love the art in this game. It's just lush generally. The colour is so well used. Right, what are we going to do? We're going to look at the computer. Let's just see what we can do. Go on then. Can we do expanded power structure? I reckon we can easily do that. I'm going to go and manually pick up the stuff from the stores up here though. So we need 200 cubies. Oh, we've only just got that. Interesting. But that's okay. That's okay. Now, I think we are using quite a lot of what we're making when it comes to those modular frames. So we might have to create some more production for those soon. What have we got here? How much of this do I need again? 2,000. Oh my god, that's 8 stacks. I don't have enough room. We need to empty our pockets and come back. So what I might do, can I just build another dimensional storage and just throw it somewhere? Let's just pop it here for now. And I just want to use one that I can just put some stuff in automatically. So when I want to get rid of some things, until we've got the upgrade where I can just do it from my inventory directly, I'm just going to put this here so I can just be like, you know, get rid of these. I don't want to carry these things around with me right now. Bit of animal bits, don't care. The leaves will get rid of properly. That little bit of cable can go in the bin. What else have we got here that we don't need? SAM fluctuators. Is that what they're called again? Yeah, they can go in. Few rotors can go in the bin. Miner can go in there. Object scanner can go in there actually until we use it. Do I need these? No. I'll keep hold of these for now. Oh, I've got a few versatile frameworks. I'll go and drop them in the... Oh, that's what I mean. I've got a sync box. I should be dropping this stuff in there, shouldn't I, really? Let's go and do that instead. Right, so sync-wise, you can go in. Don't care about you. If you even go in. Do you go in the sync? I must do. Little mushrooms. Off they go. Cool. Versatile frameworks can go in. Those can go in. Those can go in. That can go in. That can. That can. That can. He can. Those can. There's a lot of stuff here, lads. Not gonna lie. Right. Let's drop off our leaves and wood. I did colour these boxes, by the way. Did we do that together? I can't remember. Anyway. So now I always know that this one is wood and this one is leaves. That's groovy. Now, let's go and pick up the rest of this wire we need. Right, so how many stacks have I got now? Cripes, we need a lot. No, wire production's just not cutting it, is it? We might have to... We need to do something about that. How much have we got in here? Okay, we got nearly 1,000 in there, so that's what it is. We've obviously used a bunch and it's just refilling this, which is why this hasn't got anything in it. The next time we need some, it'll probably be completely full again. I've only just got enough, but that's fine. And then how about our encased beams? We can take a stack of those. Oh, it looks like I already had some, did I? Ah, nuts. Never mind. Never mind. Get all those in, get all that in, get all that in. Get all those in. Pochong. Right, so we've got expanded power infrastructure. So we've got power storage. Do you know what? I've never used these in the whole time I've played this game. Because I don't really understand why you'd need them. Because if your power system's good and not tripping out all the time, then you don't need that. You know, and each battery holds 100 megawatts for 1 hour of, I guess, real time. So, for that sort of use case, you know, at the moment I'm using like 800, so I'd need like a whole farm of batteries. I'm sure they look cool, and maybe I'd like to do it just to see what they look like, and yeah, I don't know. But in terms of, these things are not allowed to go in, clearly. Wait, or something wasn't allowed to go in. Oh no, it was just doing a big stack of those. Dude, it's fine. You're good, you're good. You can put everything in there. Oh no, take that one back. Because that's what we used to build that. There we go. Do we have anything else I wanted to put in the dimensional depot? Oh, maybe just that guy. And hang on, why did I think I needed 8 stacks of wire when I needed 4? Bloody Nora. Maths brain is not on point today. Jesus. Right, anyway. So we've now unlocked those new bits and pieces. So we were just looking, we don't need to go back to the computer, do we? Let's have a look from here. So we got the battery stuff, power storage. Not, like I said, I've never used it. We're probably not going to build any. I think if you're struggling to get your power stable and it keeps dripping and things like that, then you would want to have a few of these just to help you deal with those situations. I presume it must give you some sort of message when they turn on or something like that so that you know that something's going wrong. I don't know. But these things are quite useful, and we'll stick a couple of these up right now, I think. So these are just power towers that you can have one. I'm not sure why there's two variants. One has a little platform at the top with a ladder you can climb and stand on like a normal lookout tower, and the other doesn't. They both cost exactly the same materials, so I don't know why you'd ever not build the platform one. But they're quite big, as you could just see. Let's get them up again. Look, they're pretty sizable. And the only thing I think you want to be mindful of when you're putting them down is which direction they face, because if you're using them to swing on the cables using your what's it called, zip line, it could be a little tricky if you do too sharper turns. But that's the only consideration. Like, it's not the end of the world. We'll just get one down here then. And because I want this to head down towards the power station, I'm leaving it so that it's sort of shoulder, like it's facing it. Imagine those are like his shoulders. He's facing that way, right? So we'll put him that way. The only thing is the ladder's this side. Oh, that's all right. So what we'll do is we'll leave this like this. And now what's interesting about these guys is when you use your power connector, they've got two different points you can connect up the top. I'll press T, so hopefully you can see that a bit better. There's 0 of 3 connections. So he can connect to 3 other power towers. So that's cool. And at the bottom then he's got 0 of 4. So, and the 0 of 4 can be used to connect to things on the ground. So I'm going to connect this like this for now. And then we're going to make another one of these. I'm going to climb up it and show you my preferred method for doing long range power lines. It's not that exciting, you just jump and float really. You can get on top of this bit once we've got something for that, but we've got a good view from here. The only thing I don't like, say, is putting the power lines down not on. I like putting them on foundation so they look nice and tidy. But we'll do it without for now and then I'll fix it. But this is how it works, right? So you can do one of these and the range is a bit longer than when you do one of these. Look, I can't, like, it stops aiming at about there. Whereas if you do it on here, like you can go, it lets you go, it looks like maybe twice the distance. But you can go a little bit further than it lets you do here. You just need to run and jump so that you can actually see that happen. Or maybe not too much further actually. But it looks like we can just about reach to the edge of this sort of beach area here. So if we, we'll just plop him down here for now. Now we've got a nice big power line coming all the way down. Oh, wrong thing, nearly splattered to death. I was trying to do a fancy grab on at the last minute. So now we're here, and maybe from here, oh, I don't know, do we split the power, do we do that or not? I don't think we need to worry about it too much from here. What I would use is like, so once we've connected this up to this grid, now I can delete this stuff that's in between, right? So I don't need to have these several wires in between clogging it all up anymore, which is quite a nice, that's generally the, like, they have no other fancy features, right? They do exactly the same thing. There's nothing like, when I first started playing this, I wondered whether they'd have like a what's it, like a, I don't know what the proper term is, like a capacity limit on the voltage on the line. So like maybe small ones would only do up to a certain megawattage, and then you'd need big ones to be able to transport more power or something like that. And I thought there was going to be transformers and stuff like in a little what's it called, oxygen not included. But yeah, I haven't seen anything like that in this so far. But yeah, there we go. So now we've connected that. This is all still now hunky-dory and all connected properly as we'd expect. So let's hop back down. Well, no, do we need to hop back down? We've done a power tower. I don't think we need to show anything else relating to this. But they are quite good when you start going exploring the map. Using power towers is one of my favourites because you can get them to go in some really funky places they're not supposed to go. See if we can demonstrate one right here. Like, I'm not getting it right now, but sometimes, well, can we do it? There we go, look, he's blue now. So I can do that, and then I can just get up there really easily using this. So they're very good when you want to start exploring the map and putting down radar towers and fancy things like that we get a bit later. But of course, it looks a bit trash if you just have it just sort of on top of a thing like this. So we won't leave that there. But there we go. That's a very quick look at power towers. We'll be using them now, so from now on. So when we expand and we go and like maybe build a new mine somewhere else, we'll use power towers to expand it. But cool. Well, let's go back up the top, and I guess we'll have a very quick look at hypertubes before we wrap up today. I have just thought, I think I turned off break notifications. Oh no, no, they're on still. Good. Okay, fine. I thought I turned them off when I'm playing on my own because they were getting on my nerves. When it comes up and it's like, you've been playing for 8 hours. Don't tell anyone. All right. What are we saying? What do we need for these hypertubes then? Oh, easy mode, lads. We've got this stuff, I'm pretty sure. Hypertube entrance. So there's different components to it, and we'll look at how they work in a minute. But just essentially, you use these supports a bit like how you'd use the conveyor supports or the pipeline supports. We've got a stackable version of that as well. Then with the hypertube is like the belt or the pipe, and we use that to connect up. And then the hypertube entrance is like a thing you have to put on one end of a pipe and then power it, and then that gives you a burst of speed when you go in. It won't work without power, and it won't work without an entrance. So let's select this. We'll go and grab some of the mats we need, and then we'll get this unlocked straight away. Have I got enough to do? No, we need 100 more pipes and 500 copper sheets. We use a lot of copper sheets when you're building these things, actually. Oh, 500, easy mode. I'll take a whole bunch because we're going to start... Well, actually, no, it's not worth me taking a whole bunch because we'll end up using the dimensional storage most of the time. Right. And we need to just swipe some pipes from here. Lovely. Excellent. So, let's talk about hypertubes. Hypertubes are so good, lads. I'm so glad we've got them. So let's do a really basic example here. Just like a very short, easy example. We'll set up a new... I think I'll set up a new hotbar for it because it is quite handy going into hypertube mode. And in fact, I do probably want to make a little blueprint, but maybe not yet actually, because we'll use our existing conveyor stackables to do this. Normally, what I would do, you see, is I end up making a blueprint that uses one of these on top of another one or two of the other stackables, just because they use less resources, and then I've just got a nice easy thing I can chuck up with a hypertube on the top and some conveyors underneath. But right, let's just put a couple of these down and we'll just show you how it works. So there we go, we've just put a couple of those down. In fact, let me just... what do I want? So if I put... I normally have that as 3. What do I have as 2 when I'm doing this? Probably have no idea. I usually have entrance as 4, I know that. We'll just put him as 2 for now then. So, we've plonked down our 2 things. I can now, you know, this is my hypertube in place, so you can just place it like this, right? If you want, just like a conveyor belt. It's exactly the same UI and controls. So I can point it at one of these, I can see it's going to stick that side, you can go the other side to see it stick that side. And we'll just pop it down here real quick. And if I connect it up, boom, there's our hypertube created. Oh, I like that it's defaulted to the pink colours. Is that because I've set it up here? How's it done that? Was that maybe that purple? I don't know, I like it anyway. So the moment when I jump, like nothing will happen, see? He's got a green light on him because they get a green light when you get close to them. That's just what opens the little door inside of it. Which is just completely cosmetic as far as I understand. It's just... And then we'll put a little... an entrance on the end, and you can see he's got a little power light. So if we just give him a power line real quick, now he's gone green, and now he works. And how it works is when I go close to this, we just get sucked in, and spat out. And of course, we haven't put an exit the other side, so this isn't going to do anything yet. But of course, it's very easy for me to just hit another one on. We got a wire nearby, power him up, and then we can just pop back and forth. So you can do this over long distances now, and it gets very, very handy. But there are some things to note, especially around like sort of momentum and speed. So the one thing I'd say is if you use one of these to try and go high up, it doesn't work too great. So we'll just demo that real quick. Where should we try and go? Maybe I'll try and go rock right up here if I can. So if we just do something silly like just stick a foundation there for now. And then hopefully I can pop this guy up here. Oh, please let me do it. Come on. Yeah, I saw it for a second. Right, let's get up there and we can, we'll do it that way. So if I just put this guy, oh, come on. There we go. So we'll just put this guy right at the edge, hopefully, like that. And then if I connect that down to there, now we'll go and hop in this now, and then you'll see, I hope, and maybe not because it's such a short one, but you lose speed quite quickly when you go uphill in these pipes. Oh, you could hear the noise anyway then, just as it was, if you'd gone much further than that, it would really slow down. So the little trick I like to use to sort of make that a little bit more pleasant is that we put, oh, I didn't need to do that. Why did I do that? Let's put this guy back. We'll delete the pipe. What I do to sort of circumvent it is I just build double entrances. So this is a little bit tedious, and there's ways I've seen online where you can like really stack them close together and make it really work amazingly well. But I just do a little thing like this where we make a very tiny one and then we make a second entrance which goes to where we want to go. And then of course we're going to need to just give that some power as well. Oh, come on game. So now you can see we've just got two real close to each other. And what will happen is, so both of those, I think there's something funny about how the physics work in this game. So essentially the what's the word? The propulsion, the momentum is like additive. So that's why you can stack like 10 in a row and you go absolutely flying. So that's quite fun if you want to mess around with that. Or if you want to make something, we might make a little cannon to shoot us up from the bottom back up to base. Or I might try and do it off stream. I don't know. We'll see. But essentially that's it. So that's my biggest pro tip is if you're finding it's a bit slow, the tube you've built, add another entrance, just like one is probably fine for most cases, I'd say. The other thing that's a quirk then of that is if we go back down, have I got a power wire here? Yeah. So if we just add another entrance here and we'll just power this one up real quick. When I go back in this one, you get a slightly weird exit because I've come out between those two things. But that's kind of nice. It just means if you want to, sometimes you might want a pipe that shoots you out and lets you go flying for a little bit and maybe shoot you over a whole big bit of your base and you can float around and decide where you want to go. So you can't have this sort of setup if that's what you want to do. But generally that's it, right? So we'll get rid of some of this stuff now. And what we'll do is create our first proper one. So I think it would be nice to have, where do we want to get in a hurry at the moment? I think I don't mind running around here and getting up the top of these things too much. I might do a few little elevators offline, off camera, just for something for me to do between episodes. But I think the big one for me is probably having a way to get down to the bottom from up here, and then a way to get back up here from down there. So hopefully I can stick one of these on top of there. These things have a much, much longer range than conveyor belts for some reason, right? So even though with our conveyor belts we found it's like, what, 6 tiles or something, it's literally about double, I think. So we'll just test it out. If I put this about here, I reckon this should work. Oh, it's just too long. Let's go and have a look how short it is. It looks very, very close. Yeah, look, that would be fine. Oh, can you believe that? I actually think if that was lower down, it would work. It's just because it's so high up. But anywho, they do have a much longer range than the conveyor belts, so you can go a bit nuts with that. But generally, I end up just doing it this sort of way, where I just pair them up with my conveyor highways that I end up having, and it just makes things a bit easier. Or just keeps everything nice and neat and together. So right, let's not go too far down. without connecting them up, because then we can fly back up at the end if we connect them as we go. No, lads, what are you doing? We don't want to go that side. Oh, the other thing, actually, is the build modes on these are quite weird. I don't really get... It's just like the pipes for liquids. I don't really get how they work. But noodle is my favourite. What the heck is that? That's interesting. Oh, I suppose that would be quite useful if you were like building inside a building, isn't it? Interesting. They have some weird effects. I don't quite understand what some of them are supposed to do. They just make weird stuff happen. But noodle is my go-to because you get nice curvy bits then. Now, this bit is a bit strange when this happens. Like, I think I'm going to get rid of this one and just connect straight down to this one. Although we clip through then. Nah, we're not going to do any clips. So if we're getting that strange behaviour there, maybe we'll turn noodle off. Oops. Ah! Let's just put it on auto and see what we get. Oh yeah, that is better. Noodle tends to give you nicer curves, especially when you're changing elevation, I find. So cool. We'll join this up to the bottom. And then what we might do is have this bit at the bottom here. Where do we most want to go? So what I might do, do we just make this launch upwards a bit? No, because I want a way to get back up. That's very important. We want a way to get back up. That is the most pressing thing to do here. So maybe for now we'll do this and we'll have one. This is going to be our first stop. We'll just make it here for the purposes of time and today. And if this isn't working out too well, we will change it. But this brings us nice and close to our power station. And then what I will do as well is we can have another entrance next to it, like maybe here, which will go off in this direction. It'll take us over to our steel over that way. Eventually, you know, like we've got that cave where we're getting the salmon and stuff like that. This might be a good idea to take a tube all the way down to there. So if you want to dash there quick to check something out, you can. But I think for now, let's just hook this up and see how it goes. Oh, atmospheric though, hey? And then let's plop an entrance on the front and we'll take it for a quick spin. This is going to be way too slow and we'll demonstrate it being too slow just so you can see what I mean when I've talked about that. Where does this, is this in the center? Yeah, it is. There we go. So let's just run in this guy straight away. We'll see what kind of flight we get. Yeah, it's pretty slow, look. It's quite an incline. We're going up very high. So we'll make sure we go a bit faster. But, you know, ultimately this is great because it's movement where you don't have to press anything. That's what's good about them. So using these power towers and using the zip line is pretty cool. But if the angle's too steep at any point, you fall off. So you have to be sort of aware and present and playing to use it. And the thing is, this is quite high for an entrance. I think it's probably just a little bit too high for us to reach. So we might have to just make another one like here, which will be the actual entrance. I try to put them a little bit higher than this, because if it's this high, what happens is you walk past the front and it sucks you in, and nobody wants that. It's very annoying when that happens. So we'll pop the entrance on that side. We'll pop this on like this. So this is all going down. This should be fine and quick because it's downhill. The direction, you can press direction keys like during this, but it doesn't really do much. It just, you can turn around if you hold backwards. So if you accidentally go into a pipe like I was just saying, you can at least stop and come out. But yeah, it doesn't make you go faster or anything like that. I don't think anyway. I've tried. So we'll just hook these up real quick. We'll go like this. Has he got spare? Yeah. Oh, we need another entrance. Right, now let's test this out. Now we should be Gucci. Might still lose it, because it's quite a long way. Oof. I might have to do a third. I think it's going to be worth it, because I want this journey to be smooth and quick, please. Yeah, that's a bit slow, isn't it? Another tactic that I've used, if you notice this is happening, is to put another entrance in the middle. But that works. Oh Christ, are we totally stuck? Dude, I put it too close. Okay, we need to leave a little bit more of a gap than that for the next time. Okay, so we'll put you maybe here. And we'll put you here. Put you here. Yeah, maybe put you there then. And then, this is getting... This is a real mission. We're going to get this working though. Okay. Alright. This is looking good. I'm going to just disconnect that one. In case we need another, we might need a fourth. We'll see. Here we go. Oh, that feels better. Come on. Oh, perfect. It was just starting to lose it at the end there, but that'll do me. So there we go. That's that done. And then what we might do, just for jokes, just to wrap up, because I think we've got about 5 minutes or so left. I'll just show you guys how you can use this to just make like a one-way sort of cannon, which is an interesting concept, but is actually really fun. So let's just build it over here real quick. So essentially what we're going to do here is the same thing that we've just done there, except instead of having a tube that goes all the way up the hill, we're going to have a very short tube that just points us sort of up towards the hub and the space elevator, essentially. So what we're going to do, just to demonstrate it, is we will just do a whole bunch of these real close together. Let's start over this side. Hopefully, if I go about here. So I think you need to make sure you've got a tiny gap, or else things go a little bit wrong, I think. But we'll just go like this. I'm hoping this should just work. How many have we got there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's out of line. How many is that? 8. We'll do 10 just for jokes, right? 9, 10. There we go. And in fact, this last one is going to be a little bit different, because what we'll do is we'll just put a conveyor, a hypertube. I was going to say a conveyor tube then. I was like, what the heck is that, dude? Oh, he doesn't go very high, actually. I thought he went higher than that. Okay, so what we will do then is instead we'll just build a stack of these real quick. Oh, but these ones can't be angled, can they? That's the other problem. Ugh. Now, this is not... I didn't plan for this, clearly. Right, if we just... Let's just do ourselves a little foundation to just help us demo this real quick. Sorry, conveyor belt. It's not very aesthetically pleasing, but we're just going to do that for now. And if I just plop one of these here we go. Now I can do them high enough, and we can use the mouse wheel to tilt them. We didn't talk about that, actually. You can, so when you plop these down, you can use mouse wheel to rotate, and then once you've placed it, you can use up and down to change the height, and the mouse wheel to tilt forwards and backwards. So if I tilt him sort of, I don't know, like that is probably good, quite high up. So that's our exit. We're going to shoot off in that direction now. So hopefully I can just do this a bunch of times. So what I'm doing is connecting each of these little pairs together with a bit of pipe. I hope this works, because when I've done this before, I followed a guide which was very much more specific. But in my experience, you just need to have a lot of entrances in a row and it kind of works. So there's all of our entrances. Where's the nearest power wire? We've got one across the road. Tell you what. Ah! Wrong thing. Let's just add one here. For now. You can just come across the road. Come alongside our little guys here. You can do 3. You can do 3. And you can do 3. I've just realised I've done 9. Not to, or have we? Oh, I'm confused. Oh no, you can't do 3 each because we've got a daisy chain here. So you can only do 2 each, but that's fine. right. And then that should be all good, I'm hoping. Sometimes these things immediately kill you, by the way, or something weird happens because the physics goes a bit mad, so you have to be prepared for that. I don't think it's intended that you use them this way, but what are you going to do? Right, let's see what happens. So there you go, look at that. We got some serious air there. So, very good for exploring. Very good for... Yeah, look at that. Hey, that's a view, isn't it? Oh, and there's our time. So, while we're just floating back to base, let's have a think about what's happened today then. So, what did we do? We got some encased industrial beams set up. That was really satisfying. Good thing to get done. We also... I'll turn the HUD off for this because that looks real good. I think that's also a screenshot mode, right? But yeah, we got our encased industrial beam set up. Oh my god, I've just remembered. We meant to increase all the production on our steel and coal so that we could not run out of steel beams. So we're going to have to remember to do that next time. But we set up encased industrial beams. We also set up the production for the automated wiring, which is now coming into our space elevator. So, you know, we're almost done with phase 2 objectives, which is really good. Very interesting green fog on the go right now. But yeah, and then we also unlocked the last 2 milestones in this phase. So we got those nice big power towers now, and then we've just messed around with our, what are they called, hypertubes. We've got a nice big bit of air off of that cannon. So yeah, I think this has been an overall top-notch quality episode. Loads of progress, guys. Very pleased. Very pleased. Let's see if we can land on that. Nailed it. There goes our automated wiring. It's been a good episode, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, as ever. And I will catch you very soon in the next one.